Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the Scottish Sim Guy. So here we are on Saxlingham Farm Estate, the new amazing map by Farm Sim Briscoe. Been waiting for this to come out for a while, and thankfully it has made the console. So as ever, yes, I am going to do a farm build on this. So this is a starting farm here, so this is where you start. I've already got my location all looked out where I'm actually going to do the farm build. So I'm going to go down, show you where it is, take you to the location, and with that, show you what it looks like beforehand, and then you'll be able to see the farm build and see how much I've actually done and the difference I've actually made. Had a little drive about this map and played it a little bit as well. Got to say, absolutely amazing map. Fields are no quite decent sized fields. For me, who likes to play a little bit smaller, this farm that I'm going to build is in an area where there's a lot smaller fields, so I've kind of chosen that area for that reason. And it's not an area you'd think I'd actually go and build because it looks quite difficult to start with, but we are going to make it work. I've got a bit of work to do beforehand before I can actually start doing any building, but I'm going to take you down to where this is. So if you've been about the map already, this is down to where the ford is, and I'm going to build in an area down there just at the ford, just as before you cross through the water on the right hand side. So lots of smaller fields down here, lots of grass fields down here. So this is kind of main reason why I chose this area down here. Looked all across the map and it's like, do I build on an existing farm? I wasn't really wanting to do that. The areas for the farms here are quite big and the fields round about them are a fair decent size, and I wanted to kind of try and start off with smaller equipment as well, because I think with this coming out now, I'm obviously waiting for the next DLC coming out with the Scottish map, so I think I'll do a series on this and that'll be me. I'm going to get rid of my Lady Hill series and I'm just going to start this as a series. So this is where I'm going to build the farm in here, guys, right in this area here. So there's the ford as you pass through the water there, and this area in here. So I'm going to jump onto the map and show you. So this is where we are, and I'm going to build the farm in this area in here. This farm will be called Riverside or Riverview. I've not made my mind up yet. And basically we've got these smaller grass fields up here. We've got kind of smaller arable fields here, and here. And these are fields, though it doesn't look like it. These are fields. They're not created. I'm going to use them as pastures. And with that, yeah, this is where I have decided that I am going to build my farm. So if we were to take a wander in here, you can see it's just trees, shrubs, bushes, absolutely everywhere. So with that, there is a bit of work to do first to get it to where I can actually get a farm built in here. It is, you know, quite an area full of trees. It is a forest. But look at the detail in that, just round about the tree, the roots and all that. It's absolutely amazing detail in this map, and it's not that high, you know, a megabyte for the size of the map. So yeah, it's absolutely fantastic map. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump up into construction mode and just kind of show you. So this is the area in here where I am going to build the farm, right in this forestry area here, and I'm going to use part of this field as well if needs be, and then that'll leave me a bit of a field here at the back as well, and then we'll have these grass fields over here is ours. So this is the plan. We'll see how it goes. But this is where I decided that I was going to build my farm down in this little bit here. Thought it was ideal. So this is basically plot 96 on the map. So this is where I will be building it. So nothing else to do, guys, other than basically get to it, get building. So I'm going to go and do that, and I'll catch you when I'm ready and got it built, and I'll do a little tour of the map. Right, hey everyone, I have now finished my farm build, and I'm just going to start driving down to the ford where it has been built, and with that I'll give you a little tour round about and let you see what I've managed to do. Yeah, really enjoyed this build. Really like this farm. Managed to get a farm built in there quite easily, in all honesty. Just got the tree begun and went in, got rid of all the trees, then painted all the area as grass. I could see all the hills and bumps, levelled it all out, and hey presto, we have a farm in here. So big difference from what it looked like when I first came down and showed you where I was going to build. So yeah, let's go in and have a little look of my farm. So little forestry area coming in, double gates lying open, and here I'm just going to drive up and I'm going to park the car here then out. So get out here. So yeah, so I made it so you had to drive through some trees there. So I did get rid of all the trees, then I've placed these ones in myself just to give it that feel of coming into a little area here. We've got some trees along the river bank there, a couple of little canoes and boats here, and a little seat to look out onto the river. Just a little bit of detail there. We've got the house in here and some stuff out in the garden. Never heavily detailed it as much as what I usually do, but the rest of the farm is quite heavily detailed. So we've got a little bit of rubbish and stuff lying about. You know, you always get that in a farm. And yeah, I kind of started off with the house there. I got the entrance all done, the fence in across there and the gates, and then built the house, and then from that decided that yeah, I'm going to do a little track up the side. I'm not going to come straight into the farm. And I actually got this sheep barn placed and then built everything off and around the sheep barn. So sheep barn here, and with that we decided, you've seen this in some builds I've done already, so I've got this old shed off the back of it, so only using one of the 3 bays as an entrance, and then decided to do the same here. So on this shed here on the left hand side we've got our fertiliser and our seed, and this one here is for our hay and our straw. So it just gives you this kind of little passage down here to come through, keeps it nice and tight, keeps it that UK feel. And then we've put an old shed off here as well, and this is where we've got our combine and our wagon. So I've put that up against it as well. So yeah, I quite like this. It is nice and, you know, tight and got a UK feel about it. So once I'd kind of done this and got all this in place, I had these 4 sheds all lined up. I then went and placed this one here. So this is the first time using this. It was in my top 15 mods for building UK farms, so this is me using it for the first time. So what I wanted to do is put this in and build my cattle sheds off the back of it. So I got this placed in where it needed to be, close enough that it kept this kind of a little bit tight. I didn't want it too tight, but I didn't want it too far away, and it just kind of actually feels really good as you look down there. You know, it's just got this UK small tight farm. I mean, it could be smaller, it could be tighter, but it just, yeah, it's just does give it that good feel about it. So got a good bit of equipment in here, seeder, rollers, a plough, cultivator, fertiliser and lime spreader and things like that. The way that I've done this is for this shed to be placed in that side, I've got the slurry fill point there. Doesn't make any difference, does it? With beans placed that close, it's in there. You just come in there and pull the slurry out. And then this one placed here, so it keeps it nice and tight. You're kind of straight out through this shed into two cattle sheds here. So I think I might have used these in builds before, I'm not entirely sure. But I certainly haven't used them, though I've placed them down. So we'll see how they go. But yeah, I just kind of like this being a little kind of yard out here, and it is fenced off, so gates there. We've got a manure heap here. So when I'd got that shed and the two cattle sheds laid down, I then stuck this manure heap here, and I wanted to enclose this all off, so I did, and I put the gate in, brick wall up there, and then just kind of done a bit of a fence along the side of the bank in here. So then I was like, well, what do I do with this area that is away across here? I obviously wanted to put a slurry tank in. So I had this area around here, and what I thought was I'll put a slurry tank in, and when I put the slurry tower in, it just kind of left this area, and I went, this could be used for storage, so decided to put a brick wall round about it, set of double gates there, and that's just an area to dump equipment and machinery. And I've got a feed bin there and a bit of decorations and that about it. So yeah, it just kind of works well as a little yard. I was going, it was like, I could have stacked bales in here, and I can still stack square bales in here, silage bales, so I decided to do square bales, so I could stick them in, but I've got them up in another bit, but you could quite happily move some of that equipment elsewhere and stick a load of silage bales in there. You could use one of the mods as a bale shed kind of thing, an outdoor one, and that will auto stack them, and with that it saves on your bale count. So yeah, that's what we did. Got a diesel tank placed there, and then coming round here, I needed a silage pit and a kind of grain shed, or something similar to a grain shed in my grain bin. No, this grain shed hasn't been used. I just needed another shed for equipment, and it was a bit bigger equipment. So basically all the silage equipment is in there. The baler, the wrapper, mowers, tedder, and things like that. So as we were cut into the field in here, and I stuck this down, we then stuck this workshop down here. I was going to put the workshop on the side, but I decided to put this little bit in here and have this as my wash bay for washing machinery. Put the grate in along the bottom, just to make it a little bit more realistic. Got all these decorations placed down along the side of the building there, and see, we've got our Kuhn mowers and everything in there, and our Krone baler, and then we placed this grain tower, grain bin here. So with that, got all this sorted out, decorations down the side. I didn't want to go for a big massive silage clamp, so I went for a smaller one than usual. I usually go for a UK style one, but I went for this one. We're running beef cattle on this farm, so they are all out at the pasture just now, so didn't want too big silage clamp, so just went for a smaller one, and again put the grating along the front to make it look a bit more realistic, that would catch the effluent coming out of silage. And yeah, just kind of spent the time placing lots of placeables about, give it that kind of feel of a used farm. So I do, and then decided, because I was going along, I'll jump up and show you. So I kind of squared off this. So when I was basically landscaping, I kind of came along that square, so I was then stuck a fence along the side of that, and then put the gate in. So when I built all that, I had this area here, and I'm like, what did I do with that? So I stuck the track up and in, and then I was like, well, I could place bales here or whatever. And then when I placed that fence there, I went, I could make this just a little kind of holding area as well if you ever had to have cattle held. I'd love to have like, you know, a cattle crush mod and that, and I could build a little bit like a race and a cattle crush, but I just thought, well, I'll put a set of gates off the silage pit there. Those set of gates were there. Rather than this just being open and going straight up to those gates, I said, I'm going to gate this off as well. And I just think it just, yeah, gives it a little feel, doesn't it? Just makes it look quite good in all honesty. Just gives it an extra look. So quite happy with the way this farm's actually turned out in all honesty. Going to look forward to playing it. Definitely. I mean, it's a cracking map by Farm Sim Briscoe. So yeah, been so glad it's came out on console. I've been trying not to look at other YouTubers' content on it so far. When it did come out on PC, I wanted to try and keep away from that, and I think Mr. CLP had said the same. He didn't really pay much attention to it, so that when it did come out, it was like a fresh set of eyes. So I hadn't really looked at the map at all until Mr. CLP had done his map tour on it, watched a little bit of that, and then went, right, yeah, we're going to do a farm build on this. So just decided to jump on. So I think this is maybe taking me how many hours? 10 hours to build this. So it's not taking too long in all honesty. When I've done other builds, that's a lot of creating fields and stuff like that as well, so that takes up the time, but 10 hours is still a good amount of time to put into just a little build like this. But I do really like this. You can let us know what you think, guys. It is an absolutely cracking little UK farm that I've managed to build here, so really happy with what I've managed to do. So running Fergie, so running a 7S 210, and we're running a 6S, I want to say 185, is it? Yeah, 165, 6S 165. I've got a Class Lexian 530 there. So yeah, this is it. So I'm going to just jump back round to the car, because I have gave you a good walk round and shown you the farm. I'm going to jump back round here. I'm going to stick it up on construction mode and give you a bird's eye view of the build from above. So from the little clip I showed you, and this was all trees, and we walked through it, you can see just how much of a difference I've made. The field did come right across here, so I have cut into the field a bit to create this and get this put in here, but it is, yeah, there's just something about this farm that I really like, so yeah, going to enjoy playing this, that's for sure. So just take your time, guys, if you want to replicate this at all. Of course, remember, I am on console. I cannot give you the save file for this to be able to play it. Doesn't work that way in console. I'm not a PC player, not yet anyway. Though a lot of people are telling me I should go and do it. So with that, take it into consideration. It's why I give you views like this, so you can pause and try and replicate, take screenshots of what I've done, because I do like the fact that you guys do take inspiration from some of my videos and my builds, and it's nice to see what you've done as well. So hit me up on Discord, show me what you've done. It's always nice to see other people's builds, because I take inspiration from some of builds like that as well. When I see somebody's build, I go, oh, that's really a good idea, how they've done that, how they've done this. So just because I've been doing this a while and I'm putting out content on doing farm builds and the tours of those builds, doesn't mean that I don't want to see what you guys have been up to and what you have managed to achieve and do. So yeah, this is as I say, either Riverside or Riverview Farm on Saxlingham Farm Estate. So yeah, absolutely love this. So it is quite good, I must admit. So basically, if I stay up on this view, we have all these grass fields down here. I don't think we have that one, but I don't think we have that one, if I remember rightly. We have this field here, this field here, and we have these ones through here, and these are our pastures here, these three here. So I'm going to take you down and just show you what I've done there with them, and what I've done over here, and just give you a little tour about. So I'm just going to jump. We've also got another crop field up the top of the map, just past the machinery sales place. So we're going to go through the ford here. So if I haven't been through around the map, this is an absolutely brilliant thing here. The waves of the water are just so realistic how he's managed to get that done. It's absolutely fantastic. So we're going to travel up here. I'm going to show you the animal pastures. So we'll use the fenceless animal pastures. So unfortunately for the animal pastures, if I had the time I would have sown them in grass first, but I didn't. So you do get that feel when you're far away, you don't see the grass. It's not till you get nearer. You'll see what I mean when I jump over into construction. Look, it just looks like brown, and then when you go like this, so that's actually needing created into a field. That's the reason why that is like that. So if you come over the map at all and you see areas like that, it means that they've not actually a field, it's still to be created. So if you jump on the map, see, so that's no registered field, it's not outlined like that and in a colour. So all this area can be created into fields, so you can make these into smaller fields. So I've got a sheep pasture there with past, and we've got one field here with 2 cattle pastures, one field here with 2 cattle pastures. And the reason that I do 2 cattle pastures is because for console, there's only 10 animals per pasture or livestock shed. So when you've got a field here like this, and you've got 10 cows in it, it doesn't seem a lot. But when you put 2 down and you have a look around, you've got a fair few cows over that field. So it just makes it look more realistic. So that's one of the reasons why I do it as well, is just to do that. So we'll jump back in the car here. We'll jump down past the other cow pastures, and then take you down to one of the arable fields, and show you what I've done down there as well. So turn down here, and then straight ahead up in there is the other cow pasture up in there. So you'll see the cows in there. So that's the other one. And then go along here, and this is our one of our arable fields along here. This is quite bumpy and all that. It's very, very realistic. You're coming along here on a tractor like I was earlier on. Yeah, you're bumping all over the place. It's so realistic. Big open fields like you would get down in that area as well. You know, I'm from an area where all the fields are all enclosed off with hedges or fences, whether those be arable fields or not. So you go down, you know, certain areas of Scotland, and way down in south and into England, this is what it looks like. So and then what I've done is put a concrete pad in here, and this is an area to tip dung. So when this gets harvested, then we can get some dung onto that field. Just jump up onto construction and just show you. So this field just kind of goes down and along behind this pond area here. So if you ever wanted to, you could take all these trees out, landscape all that, and make this into a slightly bigger field, but it just makes it a bit more realistic being like that. So that is basically what we've got so far. So farm's all done, all the fields and all that are done. I must admit I did really enjoy that build. It just seemed to flow really well. So I'm definitely 100% starting a series on this. So this is what, Friday the 10th of October I'm recording this. I'm hoping to get this edited and it should be out either later on tonight or Saturday the 11th. It should be out to let everybody see what I've done for the first farm build that I've done on Saxlingham, and then I'll get stuck into starting to make a series on this. So I'm going to do a Let's Play series on this map 100%. I'll drop the Lady Hill one. I know I just started it and I had a couple of episodes lined up to come out. One episode's out, but there's another few lined up to come out, but I'm just going to drop them and we're just going to jump straight from Lady Hill and into here, and we'll just start doing our Let's Play series on Saxlingham, because I just think it is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, going to really enjoy doing a build, playing a series on this build, that's for sure. So we'll just go a quick wee drive round again, just to give you a final little look at the farm, guys, and what I've managed to do. As I always say, decorations are absolute paramount. They make a build, so when you're doing a build, take your time placing them down, because it does really give it a much more natural feel than if there was nothing down there at all. Especially down in this area, and I've got this big area along the side of the silage pit here. Some decorations along the side of it, just, yeah, definitely makes it a little bit different. So I'll jump up again, final little scan roundabout, show you what's going on. And you don't know if you've managed to notice, but this area was all trees. When I cleared it all out, there was obviously this electric pole here, so I managed to have the sheds close to that and just kind of use that as a little, point where to build off of. So that's where we kind of started, because of that pole was there and where I positioned the house and the road running round there. I knew that I was going to make the road there, so I positioned that shed off of that pole and then just built from there, and it just seemed to flow and work very well. So guys, thank you very much for watching this farm tour video on Saxlingham Estate. Appreciate all the views, all the comments, all the likes. It is very much appreciated, as I say. If you haven't liked the channel, subscribe to the channel, please do so. It does help us out a lot. And if you do want to chat, show me your farm builds, then jump on to my Discord channel. The link is in the description and in my bio. But other than that, guys, thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.